Right here is the Jesse James Birthplace Museum. There's Robert James shaving mirror right there. Boots worn by Zerelda Cole as a teenager. Reverend Robert Sally James, 1818 to 1850. Right here is Zerelda. Right here, Samuel. Reuben Samuel, yeah. Medical kit of Dr. Reuben Samuel, stepfather of the James. How do you measure up with the James family? Well, even Zerelda's taller than me. Another pretty tall family. Well, there's Frank James. Alexander Franklin James. Oh, there's Frank Settle right there.
Mrs. Frank James.
Jesse James Farm Museum.
There's Jesse James, a picture of Jesse Woodson James, to be more specific. .44 caliber cap and ball right there. This is a Dragoon revolver by Colt. Tornado shelter this way.
Sets off a curiosity bug for the kids. I'll leave that right there. Maybe he didn't mess with it. Okay. Maybe we'll look out.
Pair of Jesse James spurs. Riding gloves of Jesse James.
Oh, okay. Like Bonnie said, Excelsior Springs is on one side, Kearney's on the other.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Handles of the original casket and case. The bullet found in the original casket. Oh my. Yeah, there's when Jesse James' body was exhumed, Annie.
Oh, okay. Let me make sure I get one of them.
Frank James and other outlaws. Here's a safe right here. Dick Little. Footstone from the grave of Clellan Miller. James Younger Gang. Cole, Jim, and Bob. Frank James. This place is pretty nice. This is more than I thought it was going to be here, to tell you the truth. Here's the James farm home right here. The area that Jesse James grew up at. Yep, here, Zeraldo Samuel, the right arm of mother during the attack on the house and amputated. Yep, right here that I was just talking about. And here is the original Pinkerton bomb. Here's Z. James. Right there, Jesse.
For killing Jesse James. I think that Bob Ford and Charlie Ford, I think they had a hard time with what was happening.
Annie James. Huh. Annie Ralston was born in Independence, Missouri. Annie graduated from the Independence Female College on June 27th.
27-year-old Charlie Ford. Bob Ford leaves Missouri after the death of his brother and heads west.
Here's Mary James Barr, daughter of Jesse James with husband Henry Barr.
New Mexico and Colorado, where he opened his saloon. On June 8, 1892, 30-year-old Bob Ford was arrested.
There's Bob James at the grave. Mount Olivet Cemetery. Here's the dress of Anna James, black cotton blouse with pleats and velvet bows. So, we just took the tour of the James Museum, the family home. So now we're just going to the actual home, which is right up here. So, that museum was very nice. I was quite pleased with it. They did a good job on that. And here's the home. Yeah, you can see inside. This is the old side of the house right here then?
Yeah, this is my favorite part. This is
Okay.
the original part of the homestead. This would have been the road that they would have come down, this gravel road right here.
And this part here was what was blown off by the Pinkertons throwing a bomb in? This,
No, that part, that's our woodshed.
Okay, that's the woodshed.
Nothing in the house got actually destroyed.
Okay.
It was the people.
Oh, okay.
So the bomb, well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. There was some damage, but you know, if you watch some of the movies, they show the house burning down. That didn't happen. So the window across there is the window that they tossed the bomb through. It landed in front of the fireplace, got kicked in the fireplace. The ball was filled with shrapnel. It blew up, filled the room with shrapnel. The people are the ones who absorbed the damage.
Yeah.
Little Archie lost his life and Zeralda lost her arm.
Oh.
And many of the other people that were in the room I think had minor injuries. When he was murdered over in St. Joe,
Mm-hmm.
Zerelda brought his body back here to be buried on the property so she could watch over it because of grave robbery. In 1900, his wife, Z, who was also named Zerelda, she was his first cousin, she died, so Mary and Jesse Jr. Talked their grandmother into letting him be exhumed so he could be buried with her up at Mount Olivet in the public cemetery.
So this is the original spot then, at one time.
So that is a replica of his original monument. The original monument was destroyed in the public cemetery. Tourists would come through, want a souvenir, they chisel away at it. That is Zerelda's famous saying, murdered by a traitor and coward whose name is not worthy to appear here. The information on the back of that replica monument is Zerelda, his wife's information, not his mom. She was named after his mom.
And she's buried right beside him at Mount Olivet. Olivet?
All of it.
Okay.
So you guys haven't been up there? No. So if you want to go up there, I know you guys are going to go to Excelsior Springs, which is to the east. The cemetery is right up in the main part of Kearney. To keep people from walking. Directly. We're pretty much tied to the hip of Jesse, Frank, and Susan, the three James children, and they all slept in that 1840s room that got torn off.
Oh, wow.
So that's a replica of the smokehouse. That is a public bathroom back there, but it used to be a carriage house for Frank's horse, Dan. And then, of course, there's a replica of an old outhouse. Behind there is the old well and pump, 200 years old.
Oh, wow.
Going to explore up here. Check out the old slave quarters. Pretty nice property. And we got to see his original spot where he was placed to be buried. So about right here in this spot where they ambushed him.
Not that far from the house.
No, not that far from the house either. That's like the equivalent of us,
Been in our backyard.
yeah, or maybe up to the middle of our backyard. Maybe to the chestnut tree. His final resting spot before his final resting spot. I shouldn't say this is his spot, not his final resting spot, the original spot where Jesse James was buried. Side of the house. There's the old outhouse. An old two-seater. One for Gypsy Lynn and one for me. I do like my outhouses.
I know you do.
Pretty property though. Now the kitchen was added new there, as we were just told. And this is going to conclude our trip. The Jesse James home. Where he grew up.
We're born.
where he's born. And now it's time to rust.